How do you encapsulate Ashton Chase? A man who was larger than life, a man who did so much with his life, operated in different spheres, all at the highest levels, with unparalleled excellence. A life so well spent cannot wither away with death. Unfortunately for us, nothing seemed sufficient to capture him. We first considered a foundation, but that is limited in scope and perhaps a bit too pervasive for such a unique man. We considered a trust, but that also did not give the depth of scope to cover all the facets we wish to pursue. And in the end, the answer was quite simple. The vehicle of a company gives the necessary depth and flexibility. But then, what do we call it? And again, the answer was quite simple, as most things were with Dad. Uncomplicated, without fuss, and without the need for gloss. Ashton Chase was an institution within himself, and it was only fitting that the name of the body in his memory reflected that. And so, that was it. Ashton Chase Inc. was born, a not-for-profit to promote his life, work, and ideals. As many of you are aware, Dad was a fertile writer, and as my brother mentioned, penning no less than 8 books on various topics, from law texts to politics and even current affairs. Sadly, although these publications are still sought after, none are in print, save and except for 133 Days Towards Freedom. So, our first order of business following this launch would be to embark on a reprint of his books and updating editions where necessary, particularly the law text. All proceeds from the sale of these books and other income to the not-for-profit will go towards the purpose, therefore, and to fund scholarships in the field of labor law.
So not only was he a nationalist, he was fearless. He was selfless. He was brilliant, but yet humble. He was an important member of the academic community. He had a global outlook. But importantly, if you read his work, you would realize that he had strategic regional thinking. But in that strategic regional thinking, he had a national purpose. He was a professional. He was a lawyer. Importantly, he shaped the fabric of what makes us the Guyanese society. And he was deeply connected. He was deeply connected with the people of our country. It is not fame, power, or position that drove him. It was his connection with people and his desire to ensure people were treated equally, fairly, and people had access to justice.